What's good? It's your boy Wick to the Split, and I'm not gonna say this is a boxing prediction. I guess you could say this is a fight prediction uh, of two of my favorite action stars, Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now I'm gonna point something out. Van Damme is my favorite action star of all time. Of all time. Because I was born in 89. I was born in 1989. And I grew up all through the 90s. You know what I mean? Because I was born in 89. And that's pretty much around the time Van Damme was coming up, you know what I'm saying? And, with Double Impact, 1991, Hard Target, you know what I mean? What other movies did he had? Cyborg, but that came out in 89. As you can see, I tried to give him the Bloodsport, the Bloodsport fucking outfit. The one when he fights Chun Li at the end. Both of these guys are unbelievable martial artists. And yeah, like I was saying, I grew up in the '90s, and Van Damme was the only action star I watched. Double Impact, Hard Target, Universal Soldier. You know what I mean? He had a Bloodsport, and he had a Cyborg. You know what I mean? Lionheart. Lionheart was dope. Kickboxer. You know what I mean? Kickboxer was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Those are pretty. Those are pretty dope movies that I got to watch. You know what I mean? I have to say, what was my favorite? What was my favorite Van Damme movie? Shit. Oh, I want to say Kickboxer, because I think honestly, to goodness, Kickboxer was like my first Van Damme movie that I watched. You know what I mean? The first movie I watched with Chuck Norris was that movie Sidekick with Jonathan Brandis. The rest in peace, Jonathan Brandis. That was the first movie that I watched with Chuck Norris was Jonathan Brandis Sidekicks, and that movie was pretty cool. It was funny as hell. You know what I mean? It's your typical kid saves the day kind of movie. Jonathan Brandis is constantly being bullied, being beaten up at school. You know what I mean? Kids won't leave him alone. You know what I mean? And this motherfucker learns karate. It's kind of like a little bit of a rip-off of Karate Kid. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie to you, that movie was pretty dope though. I like that movie. And that was my first movie that I seen with Chuck Norris. I know that he played on what was that show? The Walker, Texas Ranger. Walker, Texas Ranger was one of his shows that he played on. He was pretty cool in that movie. I liked Chuck Norris on that movie. But the second movie that I seen with Chuck Norris was what was that? The Way of the Dragon. The Way of the Dragon, starring Bruce Lee. That was the second Chuck Norris movie I seen, and that movie was pretty dope. And dude, Chuck Norris was a beast in that movie. I mean, Chuck Norris did some unbelievable martial arts moves in that movie. I mean, at the end when he fights Bruce and everything, I seen something that they were telling him. Bruce called him on the phone, and Bruce told him, I want you to play in a movie with me. And then Chuck Norris was like, oh yeah, what's the name of the movie? Oh, it's my movie, Way of the Dragon. Well, what's going to be going on in it? He's like, oh well, I need a villain. I need a villain to help. I need a villain to help play in the movie with me. And he's like, well, are you calling me to be the villain? And he's just like, yeah, I want you to be the villain. You know, you're a former world champion. You know what I mean? You're an amazing former world champion, and I want to know if you'll play in this movie with me. You know what I mean? Chuck Norris says, oh, all right, we're gonna be playing different people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the villain. Oh, yeah, you're gonna be the villain. I mean, he's like, well, who wins this fight, Bruce? And Bruce was like, well, I win, you know, because I'm the, you know, I'm the star of the movie, so I win. You know what I mean? And Chuck was like, oh, well, okay, yeah, for sure, you know, I'll see if I can get back in contact with you. You know what I mean? And Chuck Norris offered to play the villain in the movie, and Chuck Norris did fucking awesome. I mean, he did fucking awesome in the movie, straight up. And couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better. Could have been better. I don't think they could have picked a better villain than Chuck Norris. I don't think they could have done that. But that's what the phone call was about. That Chuck Norris made to Bruce Lee, or that Bruce Lee made to Chuck Norris. No. I mean that he wanted him to play in the movie with him. I mean, but these two are two of my all-time favorite action stars for sure. Van Damme, like I said before, Van Damme is my favorite action star of all time. But what's his name? Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris would be just too good, I believe, for Van Damme. Chuck Norris was as good as it gets, but these two were unbelievable martial artists. But I have to say Chuck Norris would win. Like a prime Chuck Norris was unbelievable. If you watch Way of the Dragon with Bruce Lee, you'll see he's fucking unbelievable. But Van Damme's my favorite. Guys, leave a comment and subscribe.